everyone, it's Maxine from Sport and Wellbeing. Hope you're having a lovely day, and tonight I'm going to take you through a Matwork Pilates class. So if you've got a little pillow, something similar to this, that would be great. And I'm not sure if you've got one around somewhere, but a piece of elastic. So these are just from a stationer's, they're very cheap to buy, or you can buy the proper elastics, the big thick ones that go around your legs. So something that's going to give you a little bit of resistance that we're going to use today. So what I want you to do is clear a space so you've got lots of room. Have a little drink of water, and if there's anything today that just doesn't feel right, or you've got a bit of a twingy back, or the knees are aching, or anything like that, then just take it really low, very easy. Just drop back to something that feels okay for you. And if there's something that you just don't know, that's not right, just leave it alone and we won't do that one tonight. Okay? So when you're ready, I want to start with a nice warm up. So bring your feet underneath your hips. Relax your shoulders. Now I want you to think about lengthening from the crown of the head down through the tailbone. So here we go. So you're going to get those shoulders, you're going to take them up, you're going to roll them back while you draw the tailbone down and you lengthen the crown of the head. Now just feel that those two hip bones are sliding together while you just drawing your belly button in for me. Take a nice breath in, feel the ribcage expand. Keep the shoulders down and that lovely thoracic breathe in, breathe out. The navel to spine. 2 more times. So again, if it helps you, feel the ribcage expand without lifting the shoulders. And breathe out. So 1 more time, either holding the ribs or leaving the fingers down here. Breathe in through the ribcage. And exhale slowly down. Lovely. Take a nice breath in here. As you breathe out, slide that little finger up in front as if we're going to hold hands. Take a nice breath in here. Now as you breathe out, just open those arms with a slightly bent elbow. Breathe back in, bring them in. Beautiful. And again, tall posture. Exhale, open, draw that navel towards the spine. Inhale back. 2 more. Lovely. Exhale, open, draw those shoulder blades down. Inhale back. Now give me 1 more. Focus on either lifting the pelvic floor muscle or draw that belly button to spine. One or the other. Now stay here. Keep one arm pointing to me. The other one turn, but keep those hips still. Look back over your shoulder. Come back into the middle. Draw that tailbone down. Other side. Everything is slow. Exhale. Inhale back. Beautiful. Give me 2 more. That nice tall posture. Draw that tailbone down. Open. Look across. Keep the hips still. Draw back in. Give me 1 more, everybody. Exhale. Open. And inhale. Come back. Wonderful. Bring those hands down by your side. Now this time, drop that ear towards the shoulder and slowly slide down to one side so you get a nice side bend. Stack that spine all the way back up and then slide down the other side. Lovely side bend, warming up the spine, and then stack that spine back up. 2 more. Breathe out, go over. Breathe in, come back. Our last one. Exhale, go over. Lovely and slow. Breathe in, come back. Come into the nice center with those hands in front. Wonderful. Now go up, breathe out through the toes. Draw that ribcage down. Circle and bring those arms down. So we're going up, 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 up through the back of the legs, circle through the shoulders, and come around the side. 2 more. All the way up, breathe out. And 1 more, all the way up, breathe out. And breathe in. Lovely. Take a nice breath in here. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down. Start to look down where those feet are and roll down that spine. Stay lifted out the insteps of the feet so we don't roll in. And then slowly lift up through the spine. Stack it all the way back up. And then bring those shoulders down and away from those ears. So I'm going to do this sideways on as well. Are you ready? Draw that tailbone down. As that chin tucks in, still lift out the feet. Go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. Slight bend at the knee, engage that belly button. Now lift up slowly, coming all the way back so we're stacking the spine. And then bring those shoulders down. So just 2 more in your own time. Tucking that chin in, rolling down. Lift out of the insteps of those feet. Engage that lovely tight bow. Lift all the way back up through. And slide those shoulders down that spine. Give me 1 more. Breathing out, breathing out, breathing out, breathing out. Breathing in, coming up, 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 up. And then bring those shoulders down away from those ears. Now just to finish our warm up, sit on a chair and breathe out. Breathe in, open your chest, stand up. And again, breathe out, sit down on the chair. Breathe in, open. You've got 2 more, everybody, fantastic, keep it going. Warm up through those legs, warm up through that bottom. Stand lovely and tall. Make these movements nice and big if you've got the room. Hold it there. Stay with that chest. Opening up, still keep those ribs drawing down towards those hips. Come around into a C shape. Pull that navel to your spine and open those shoulder blades. Take a little side stretch from that waist. Stack up. That stretch from that waist. And stack up. Take a nice breath in here. Look up to the ceiling. And breathe out. Are we ready to begin? Excellent. First one. Stand sideways. Move towards the back of the mat. We're going to roll down slowly and come down onto our hands and knees. So you're ready. Tuck in that chin. Engage that belly button. Roll down that spine. As you start to breathe in, walk onto the hands and the knees. As you breathe out, come knees down, relax those toes. Sit back into prayer if your knees allow you to. Just have a little release here on the spine. Take one arm out to the side, bring the other arm across, and get your bottom down on your heels. Tuck that chin in, tuck that head in. There's a nice stretch going up the side of the spine. Walk to the other side, take it out, one arm, bring the other arm across, keep that bottom down on those heels for me, get that chest nice and low, keep that chin tucked in. Excellent, come back to centre. Another stretch, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, relax your feet. Draw that tailbone right under and roll that spine up. Tuck that chin right in. As you go down, bring those shoulders, draw your tailbone up. Breathe out, tuck and lift. Inhale down. Give me one more. out, tuck and lift. Inhale, release. Good work. We're ready for swimming. Come down onto your front. Have a little pillow under your forehead if you've got one. Have a little gap for your mouth and your nose so you can breathe. The swimming exercise, working the muscles up and down on your spine. Come down onto the floor. Relax your toes, and I want you to switch off your bottom. Go nice and loose. Switch off your legs, and bring the arms in front. Now you want those shoulders down away from those ears. Now while we're down here, think about somebody trying to slide a letter under your belly button. Take a nice breath in here. As you breathe out, engage the belly button towards the spine. It's a very small internal move. And then inhale, let go. 2 more. Just drawing the belly button towards the spine, squeezing in and releasing. 1 more. Draw your navel towards your spine and release. So those movements are really internal. You won't physically really see them from outside. So now I want to add a leg raise. So draw that belly in, engage, breathe out, lift the right foot. Breathe in, go down. Engage that belly button again and lift the left foot. Breathe in, go down. Now can you keep that going for me? So as you raise that leg, squeeze that bottom, get a little bit of work going into the glutes, back of the leg and down. And you'll feel the work across the lower back as well. I want you to keep the head down and I want you to keep the upper body resting. Excellent, well done everybody. Now let's make this a little bit more challenging for tonight. Take away the opposite arm to leg. Very low, breathe out. Breathe in, go down. Now the head is staying on the floor. I keep lifting up because obviously I want you to keep the exercise going. I'm watching you. I'm seeing what you're doing. I can see you. Go again. You've got 4 of them. The arm and the leg, the head stays down. Remember to draw that belly button in at the front. Two more nice and slow, everybody. And your last one. Here we go. Put those feet on the floor, relax those toes, turn them in, relax the legs and the bum. Going into the swan dive, more for the upper back and shoulders. Slide those elbows back, make a nice letter W, so you want those arms quite wide. So you make a W with the hands and the head in the middle. Now we reverse the breathing on this one. So you're going to breathe in as you lift up. So are you ready to try? So slowly breathe in, lift the forehead and the chest. Breathe in. Hands, elbows stay down. And breathe out into the floor. Breathing in, coming up, keep those shoulders away from those ears. Keep the legs relaxed in the bottom. And breathing out as you go down. Lovely and slow. Let's go again. Breathing in, coming up, engage through that belly button. Try to keep the legs switched off. And then lower down. So opening across the top of the back and the shoulders. Breathing in, come all the way up. Go down at the floor. Breathe out, come down. Now some of you may want a little bit of a challenge tonight. If you do, breathing in, coming up, coming up, coming up. Remove those elbows, relax the legs and the bum. Still stay looking down, shoulders away from the ears. And then slowly breathing out. And again, breathing in. And breathing out. Just two more with whichever level you feel happy with. Keep the legs and the bottom switched off. Keep those shoulders away from your ears. Keep the hips down on the floor. And our final one. Breathing in, coming up. Stay here, breathe out. Breathe in. And then exhale, come through the floor. And take a little breather. Well done. Let those shoulders relax. Now bring those elbows in. I'm coming into a heel kick. I'm going to make it a little bit more challenging, and that we're going to hold it into a half plank. But if you don't want the half plank, everybody, you can just go onto the floor and do the heel kick, leg on your tummy with your head on your pillow. Okay? So there's a little option for you. So I want you to come up onto your elbows, lift from the belly button so the chest is lifted. Get those shoulders away from your ears. And then I just want you to pick up your pelvis and make your little half plank. Open up those shoulder blades. Take a nice breath in here. Now as you breathe out, curl that right heel, 2 squeezes to that bottom, and then lower it back on the floor. Stay in your half plank. The other side, 2 heel kicks, breathe out. Breathe in, going back down to the floor. And again, keep that belly pulling in all the time at the front. Now we're halfway. I'm going to show you what the low option looks like. It's a heel kick, leg on your tummy. So please go to a level that you feel happy with. Give me 2. Give me 1. Keep the hips down on the floor if you're on your tummy. And then everybody join me down here. Relax the legs and the bum. So come back up again. Give me that little half plank. Up with the pelvis. Push those hips away. Draw that tailbone and lengthen. Open up those shoulders. And the last set, here we go. On an out breath. Right heel and down. Left one. Back to the right. Now if you need to go down for these next 4, you go down on your tummy. If you're okay in the half plank, you stay here. See how those knees are going. You've got 4 of them. Keep lovely and strong for the belly at the front. You've got 3 of them. Keep those shoulders lifted. You've got 2 of them. And you've got 1 more. down with pelvis, the hips, and come down onto the floor. Well done. Hands, knees, push up. Knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. Now, like we did before, take a breath in here. As you breathe out, tuck up, open. Breathe in, go down into a sag, shoulders come in. And again, are you ready? Breathe out, tuck. Breathe in, sag. Keep those feet resting on the floor. 2 more times, everybody. Breathing in. And release. And our final one, here we go. All the way up. All the way down. Well done. So, we're moving on now. Come right onto your side, and I'm going to give you the opportunity to use a stretchy band if you wanted to. So we're going to pop it just above those ankles. So it adds a little bit of resistance as you take the legs away, yeah? Don't worry if you haven't got anything, it will still work just as well with your own body weight. So come down your side, everyone. And again, this is where I like to use a little comfort pillow or a comfort little hand towel underneath your ear, just to get your head a little bit higher, so we're always thinking about having our head in line with our spine. So down we go. Now once you're down, I want to see daylight underneath that last rib and before you get to your hip bone. There's that natural hollow, and we should be able to get a little raspberry or strawberry and put it under there, and we won't squash it while we're working. So take away that top leg. Okay, we have a little flex foot here. Now try and get that foot up so it's level with your hip bone. And just put your fingers, the thumb and the fingers, the thumb behind and the fingers on top. That way you know you've got hold of that hip, and it's going to stay lovely and still. It's not going to start moving around. So you're going to exhale, come into a lovely side leg lift. Inhale, back down. Exhale, push. Inhale, back down. Now think about that raspberry, the little strawberry or raspberry underneath that last rib before the hip bone. And really keep that lovely pelvis still. Little gap under the chin. You've got 4 more of these. Coming into a nice leg lift. Now I'm flexing and pointing my foot. You can as well if you want. But don't get cramp in your toes. 2 more. Gonna give me 1 more. Hold it there. Now, you're just going to give me 8 pulses. Going to breathe out and in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold. Oh. 1 more time. 8 pulses, breathing out and in. Keep the hips still. Go. 8 and 7. 6 and 5. 4, 3, 2 and 1. You've got 1 more set for tonight. Then we are there on this side. Go. 8 and 7. 6 and 5. Breathe. 4, 3, 2 and 1. Ooh. Excellent. Roll gently onto your back. You can put the pillow or the little hand towel behind you. Come onto your back. Now bring your legs close to your back. Now get your band and move it a little bit higher so it's just mid-thigh. Yeah? Pop those feet on the floor. Now you want those shoulders down into that mat. Lay the hands down. We're going to do a nice bridge, working through the bottom. Slowly, we're going to lift up and down, straight up and down. So we're not rolling the spine, we want to work the bottom. Are we ready? Nice and slow to begin with. Breathe out, lift. Breathing down. Now if you've got an elastic around the legs, as you breathe out, lift, push in towards that band through the outside of those legs. Breathe in, go down. And again. Make that lovely ski slope. Inhale down. You've got 4 more. Two more, keep that little gap under the chin. And you've got 1 more. Hold it here. Now, let's push through the band on the outside of those legs. So you're going to breathe out, push and open the knees. Breathe back into center, back to parallel. Now, I'm going to hold my hips because I want to keep them up lovely and high. This is a little bit easier if you can get your thumb behind there and finger on the hip to keep it still. Excellent. Give me another 4. Stay up here. Two more, everybody. Keep pulling through that belly button. Push away, push away, push away. Come back in. Got 1 more. Push away. Come back in and come down. Well done. Bring in those legs. Close that back. Now give a little circle to release the tension through that lumbar spine. Now I want to go back to that other side. So slide that band just back down below the knee, mid-calf. Come up. Swivel yourself around. Get your little pillow up the other end. Tuck it underneath. Relax that palm up so you rest on your shoulder. Find that little raspberry, so where that last rib is, and before the hip bone, that natural hollow, there should be daylight looking through there. Take away that top leg. All the way out, so it goes towards your opposite wall. You want the foot about hip height. And we want to hold that hip, but we want that shoulder back down so we're not up by our ear. Then we want to pull in that lovely tight belt around that lower belly. Now nice and slowly, are you ready? Exhale, raise. Inhale, lower. Now don't go too low. Breathe out on the way up, in on the way back. So this is a nice side leg raise. Go again. We can point, we can flex, it's up to you. Just make sure you don't get cramp in those toes, otherwise that's really uncomfortable. Give me another 4. Flex and point. Keep that underneath foot resting on the floor. 2 more times. Give me 1 more time. Hold it there. Now that leg is hip height. 8 small breaths with 8 pulses. Go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold. Ooh. You ready again? We did 3 sets on the other side. 4 more. Hold. Oh, you've got 1 more set. You're looking good. Go. 8 and 7. 6 and 5. You can do it. 4, 3, 2 and 1. Ooh, come down. Take that little pat and then come over onto your back. Excellent. Right, so we have the band can stay where it is, just above those ankles. Shoulders down into that floor. You're going to give me a nice one leg stretch using this elastic. Are you ready? Shoulders down, neutral spine. So engage that belly button. Head stays down. On an out breath, push that leg away. Breathe back in. Other leg, out breath. Breathe back in. 2 more. Hips and pelvis lovely and still when you change legs. If you need it, just as a reminder, put your fingertips on your hip bones to make sure they're not moving. So it's lovely and slow, use that breath. Now if you want to make this a little bit more challenging for tonight, lift the head and shoulders, here we go. Switch. And again. Excellent. Now the last challenge for this exercise, take away the arms. Now just be careful not to arch that back. So still keep the rib cage drawing towards those hips. And the last 4 with this lovely one leg stretch. Give me 2 more. And our final one. Come down from there, close that lower back, bring in those knees, and if you're using a piece of elastic, just slide it down and pop it to one side. Give me a lovely little circle around. And then I want you to come up very slowly to a sitting position. Well done. So today, we're going to add in rolling like a ball. So we're going to really get this spine nice and rolling through the floor. If anybody has had any surgery or any fused vertebrae, I don't want you to do this one at all. It's a no-no. So, option. Any surgery, or if it doesn't feel right, I want you to keep your back straight. I want you to point your fingertips to your bum. And I want you to lift your chest up, look forward, keeping your back straight. All I want you to do is bend your elbows and come back up to a nice tall position. So you guys are going to breathe out on the way down, breathe in on the way up. You'll feel the work through the chest, feel the work through the back of the arms. If you're going to do rolling like a ball, just check that the mat is clear behind you. Still point your fingertips to your bum, and you're just going to roll back onto your elbows and onto the shoulders. So you're going to take a nice breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to roll back and breathe in, roll up. And again, exhale, roll like a ball, and breathe in, roll up. So keep it going. If this doesn't feel right for you, go back to the one where I've given you where you keep your back nice and straight and you just bend those elbows. One more. Now, if you wanted to, a little bit of a challenge would be to do it without your arms behind you. So stay tucked in like a ball, tuck that head in. On an out breath, tuck the pelvis, breathe out. And then breathe in, come up. And again, pelvis under, exhale, and inhale. Now 2 more, and then we check that you're not cheating. And 1 more. Now what we're going to try and do is maintain the same distance from the back of our thigh to the back of the calf through the exercise. Quite a tough challenge this. So get your fingertips, thumb and first finger, that's the distance you want to keep. So come up onto those toes, get ready to tuck that pelvis under, exhale, go down, inhale, come up. Yay! 1 more. Well done. I think we'll finish on a high on that one. So face me. And I'm just going to come through some stretches with you. If you're finding it quite hard sitting on your bum, keeping that back up, fold something and place it under the base of your spine as a prop. And that will just help you a little bit more sit up tall. And again, if you don't want those legs straight out in front of you, just tuck them up. Feels a little bit more comfortable tucked up maybe. So we're going to start off with making that nice C shape through our spine. Tuck the pelvis underneath you. Pull the belly button in. Now get from the lower back and stack the spine and lift up. Good. And again, breathe out into a C shape. Put in the belly. And then lift and straighten. Good. Out go those legs if you can. Cross one over. Wrap the opposite arm around. Then you're going to stretch out around the outside of your bum. Turn and look behind you. Pull that belly in. And just feel that little stretch around the outside of that leg and bottom. Stack that spine. Come back to centre. Cross over the other one. Wrap around. Look over the opposite shoulder and turn, keeping that tall spine. Pull that belly button towards you. And release. Now come onto your hands and knees. I'm going to stretch out the backs of your legs. And we're going to do that by really lengthening through the legs. So the hands and the knees. Tuck the toes under. Now pull in your belly, lift the knees. As you breathe out, stretch through the back of those legs and take that head down. Bring one knee in and straighten the other one. Hold it there. Lengthen that one. Bend that knee. Lengthen this one. Bend both. Come down. One leg come through. See the toe, then the knee. Relax the other leg. Now, hip. Both arms up, look up. Squeeze your bum cheeks underneath you. Open that hip. And release. Take that one back. Bring that one forward. Relax the back toe. Pull your bum cheeks under you. Open this hip and lift out that rib. Hold. And release. Come back. Hands flat to the floor. Toes tucked under. Go into that downward dog again. Both legs back. Now you might find it was easier that time because we've already stretched them out. But if it's not, still keep one bent. And then switch it to the other one. From this position, bring those knees back down. Hands come closer. And then from there, come up slowly. Now lift through your legs, through the thigh bones, coming up through the spine, coming up through that whole body. Look up. Take a nice breath in. And breathe out. Last one, bend those knees, breathe in. As you breathe out, one behind, one in front with the arms, take your bow. And give yourself a big clap. Yay! Well done, everybody. Fantastic. So that was a Matwork class. We did about 6 or 7, I can't remember off the top of my head. So we worked through the exercises really slowly. So I want you to replay this, work through it again in your own time. Hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, just drop them down in the comment slips and I will go through them. And I will see you all tomorrow lunchtime for legs, bums and toes. Bye for now.